Have you ever been playing Roblox deep into the night when something just feels off? That strange feeling that you're not alone, even in a single-player game. Today, we're diving into 3 creepy stories from the Roblox universe that will make you think twice before logging on after dark. These tales, shared by players just like you, blur the line between the game and reality. Are they just glitches or something more sinister? Let's find out. Our first story comes from a player named Alex, who was a huge fan of the game work at a pizza place. It was his go-to game after school, a simple, fun way to unwind. One evening, he was playing later than usual. The server was almost empty with just him and one other player, user with a default avatar and a jumbled name like by 7G for T. Alex didn't think much of it and got back to his virtual job as a cashier. But then, the strange player started ordering. The first order was normal enough, 1 pepperoni pizza. Alex put it through. But the next order was just cheese. Not a cheese pizza, just the word cheese. Alex found it odd but shrugged it off as a joke. Then another order came in. House, then street. The orders got progressively weirder and more personal. Blue car. Alex felt a chill run down his spine. He had a blue toy car on his desk. He tried to dismiss it as a coincidence. The next order was his own username. Alex's heart started pounding. He typed in the chat, "Who is this? How do you know that?" There was no reply. Instead, a new order popped up on his screen. It was his real-life first name. Alex froze, his hands hovering over the keyboard. This was impossible. He hadn't linked his real name to his Roblox account anywhere. He was about to log off, completely freaked out, when the final order came through. It was his home address. Alex slammed his laptop shut, his breath catching in his throat. He ran to his window and looked outside, half expecting to see someone standing there. The street was empty. Didn't touch Roblox for weeks after that. To this day, he has no idea who that player was, or how they knew so much about him. Was it a hacker, or something that had crossed over from the game itself? It's a chilling reminder to always protect your personal information online. Our second story takes us into the world of Roblox role-playing, specifically in a game called Brookhaven. A user named Maya loved creating elaborate stories with her friends in the game. They'd build houses, take on jobs, and live out virtual lives. One day, Maya was playing alone, decorating her new virtual house. She was in build mode, placing furniture, when she noticed something strange. A default bacon hair avatar was standing in her living room. This was weird because she had locked her house, so no one should have been able to get in. She figured it was just a glitch and went to kick the player out. But when she clicked on their avatar, there was no username. The space where the name should be was completely blank. She couldn't interact with the avatar at all. It just stood there, motionless, facing her. I tried to ignore it and continue decorating. But everywhere she went in the house, the blank avatar would appear. She'd go to the kitchen, and it would be standing by the fridge. She'd go upstairs to the bedroom, and it would be in the corner of the room, just watching. It never moved. It would just appear wherever she was. The silence was more terrifying than any jump scare. Feeling deeply unsettled, Maya decided to leave the game and rejoin a different server. She loaded into a new, bustling Brookhaven server and breathed a sigh of relief. She spawned in the town square, surrounded by other players, but then her blood ran cold. Standing in the middle of the crowd, staring directly at her, was the same blank, nameless bacon hair avatar. It had followed her. She immediately quit the game and shut down her computer. She described the feeling as being stalked by a ghost within the game's code. She never saw the avatar again, but she says she still gets a creepy feeling whenever she sees a default avatar standing perfectly still. Was it a bug, a ghost in the machine, or a forgotten NPC that had gone rogue? Whatever it was, it left a permanent mark on her. For our final story, we venture into a lesser-known game, a simple obstacle course, or obby, that has since been deleted. The player, who we'll call Jake, found the game through an old forum post. It was called the longest obby ever, and it promised thousands of stages. Jake was an obby enthusiast and was excited for the challenge. The first few hundred stages were normal. Difficulty gradually increased, with standard jumps, moving platforms, and laser traps. But as he got further, the game started to change. The bright, cheerful colors faded into dull grays and blacks. The upbeat background music slowly distorted into a low, ambient hum. The checkpoints became further and further apart. Around stage 500, the chat filter seemed to break. Players started typing strange, nonsensical messages. Things like "he is watching and turn back now." Jake assumed it was just other players trying to be spooky. He pushed on. By stage 700, the game was almost silent, save for the faint sound of what sounded like distorted whispering. The obby itself became bizarre, with floating structures that defied logic and jumps that seemed impossible. Then he saw it. At the end of a long, narrow platform, a figure was standing. It wasn't another player. It was tall and shadowy, with long limbs and glowing white eyes. It didn't have a username. As Jake got closer, it didn't move. It just stood there watching him. He had to jump past it to get to the next stage. As he leaped, the figure's head slowly turned to follow him. Jake made the jump and didn't look back. He kept playing, his curiosity overriding his fear. But the figure started appearing more frequently. It would be standing on distant platforms, or sometimes right behind him after he cleared a difficult jump. It never did anything, it just watched. The game was no longer fun, it was a test of his nerves. Finally, after hours of playing, he reached what he thought was the final stage. It was a single large platform in an empty black void. The shadowy figure was standing in the center. As Jake landed on the platform, a message appeared on his screen, not in the chat box, but in huge red letters that filled his entire view. "You shouldn't have come here. The game crashed." When he tried to find the game again, it was gone. The link was broken, and it was no longer on Roblox. It was as if it had never existed. Jake wonders if he was the only one to ever reach the end, and what that figure truly was. A warning from the creator. A virus, or a permanent resident of a game that was deleted for a reason. And those are 3 of the creepiest stories to ever come out of Roblox. From a pizza shop order that knew too much, to a silent stalker that could follow you between servers, to a forgotten obby with a terrifying guardian. It just goes to show that sometimes the scariest monsters aren't the ones in horror games, but the ones you find where you least expect them. So the next time you're playing and something feels out of place, maybe it's not just a glitch. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.